So seeing as how the last video I put up got a pretty interesting response, I thought I'd reveal a little bit of my wacky life history to y'all in regards to strange things that I've done. Basically, this is a story that relates to my acting career. As I said before, I was going to be an actor, but I walked away from it because I just got disgusted with the whole idea of Hollywood. So, back in high school, I was an acting geek in the sense that I was one of the few kids that actually, you know, I went out for every play. The thing about my high school was a really, really large high school. I mean, our attendance was so vast that we literally had to take an area photo for the yearbook picture when you took a picture of the entire school, because you know they have the entire school thing. Our yearbook, literally, you opened it up and then the middle section would fold out and you had 4 pages of the football bleachers filled with student body. Every grade had a dean. Rather than just a dean of the school, every grade had a dean. And the guidance counselors were actually separated into alphabetical order. It was like A to, you know, like A to S and then T to Z. Those were 2 different guidance counselors. That's how many students went to my school. So, you know, I came in from middle school. It was called middle school where I went, and I was doing acting then, and I went into high school. And right away, I was a freshman, but I went right out for the plays. The school was big enough and had enough students that it would divide its theater performances between actual theater and then musical theater. So I can't sing. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that I'm a pretty good singer. Even in the bathroom, the tile turns its ears away. That's just how bad of a singer I am. I'm not going to go any farther than that. But, you know, in order for me to be able to continue to perform, I want to have a show to do. And when half the year, or, you know, that particular year, it's a musical, I'm fucked. So, I was really headstrong, getting deep into the whole acting thing. I had my own approach to acting, I guess you could call it, because I didn't really follow, like, there were 2 main schools of acting as far as the students that I interact with. There were the group that really started getting into the philosophy and the method acting principle, which I think is totally asinine and insane. Don't even get me started on Stanislavski. He's fucking incredibly crazy. And the fact that they actually based the theory of acting on his philosophies should speak volumes about the fact that people are masochistic by nature. But we had a group of individuals who were following a very Stanislavski path of acting, where they would, you know, they would do research on the area, and then they would get into the process of talking like they're from the area, and then they would go through the process of feeling it. I mean, there was the whole development of character through experience path. And my process, which was separate from the other group of actors, which was simply, what they did really wasn't a process at all. It was just sort of like, hey, I'm in a play, come have sex with me, or whatever the hell that is they wanted to do. My process of acting, at least my personal process, was one based on life experience, where I had believed that the experiences that you have in life can be used to produce the appropriate emotions and processes for the character. You know, if you've ever been angry in your life, you can reproduce that anger, or at least the mannerisms, the facial tics, the speech pattern, the whole 9, to convince people or to show people that particular emotion. And at the time, that was what I believed acting was just reproduction. It wasn't about character investment or, you know, reproducing you know, natural emotion. So anyway, I'm getting off the topic here. So one year at my high school, they had Godspell, which, as for those of you that know, is a musical. For those of you that don't know, it's basically a musical about Jesus. And I wanted to perform this year. You know, we had done 12 Angry Men the year before, and I wanted to be in the play. This was the play that was coming. I was pissed that it was a musical, but what are you going to do? So I went to the audition for Godspell. Now, the way that they had it set up was the director had decided he wanted to define the acting and the musical side of things. So he had 2 different aspects of the audition. He had the actual drama audition, and then he had the singing audition. So I went to the drama audition and did my thing and got a relatively good response. And the director said to me, you know, I really want you to come back for the other part. I really want you to come back. And I said to him, I said, I can't sing. And he said, I don't care, I want you to come back. So I said to him, before I left, I said, listen, can I sing like the part I want in the play? And he said, oh, absolutely. I said, okay, I'm going to sing like the part I want in the play. So I concocted and devised this devious plan to win me a role in the musical and show them truly that I didn't have to sing to do it. I was going to make a point of being in a musical without ever having to do a singing role. So, I get myself prepared. You know, I go and I prep myself. I go and get all the stuff that I need to do this. Like, I think it was a few days later, the musical auditions come, and I'm set. I'm ready to rock the house. You know, I'm so prepared that I'm ready to blow away the audience with this. So I go in, and it's in the orchestral practice room, which is basically this like semicircle of stadium-style seating desks, where you know they had the blackboard in the back, so that the instructor could write, you know, on it in big letters, I want you to do an A sharp or whatever the hell it is they did in there. I don't know. I didn't play instruments. And they had all the actors that were seated around, or all the people that were auditioning seated around, and the director was over by the piano. I guess he was just going to play the music. And then they had a little space in front for the performers to audition. So people would get up, you know, and they had a tape deck. Somebody would put in a tape, and they would sing their favorite song, whatever it happened to be, or they would add give the actual music to the director, and he would play it on the piano. And they would do their thing. So I was ready. You know, I walked up. When it was my turn, he called me up, and I walked up to him, and I said, listen, I'm going to sing like the part I want. And he's like, okay. And I said, I just want you to understand, I can't sing, but I'm going to sing like the part I want. And he goes, well, can you sing like Happy Birthday or something? I said, no, I can't sing, but I'm going to sing like the part I want. And he said, all right. So I walked over to the tape deck, I put in my chosen music. You know, I made a big deal of stretching. Hit the play button, walked over, stood in front of him, and lip-synced Milli Vanilli. He kicked me out of the audition, actually. Straight up, get the hell out, pointed me out. The thing about the preparation for this is that, and this is the part that I find the most humorous, I didn't at the time, I didn't really know all the words to the Milli Vanilli song. I had bought a tape, or I had gotten a tape from a friend, I don't remember. Why would I buy Milli Vanilli? I had gotten a tape from a friend of mine, and I'm just going to say it and leave it at that. And so I'm like, all right, I want to know these words. I'm going to lip sync these words. I open up the tape. I open up the little case. I pull the tape out, and I pull out the cover part where the thing is. Open it up. It's blank. And then I realized, of course, they don't know the words either. So that was the experience that I had with musical theater, being me and getting kicked out of the street. So, if you guys want to hear any more stories from me, please feel free to ask. If you have any questions you guys want me to answer, please feel free to ask. I'm not going to subject you to, oh, come on guys, let's do a show about whatever. If you guys have questions and you want me to expound on my personal philosophy or ideas about stuff, please don't hesitate to ask. I'll be happy to make a video, because, you know, it's fun. Alright, that's pretty much it. You now know that I'm a lip-syncing fool when it comes to musicals. Alright.